Well, great evening to everyone. I want to welcome everyone to tonight's training call. We're going to get started in about 30 seconds here. You want to make sure that you grab yourself something to be able to take some copious notes. You want to put yourself in a position where you won't be distracted for the next hour. And, you also want to make sure that you have something to take some notes with. I always say, if you take the notes and then read the notes and go back and outline the notes and then start to actually do what you wrote in the notes, I believe that you'll become the notes that you take. And I speak from personal experience that can make you very, very wealthy. And there is a difference. All right. So I said tonight, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand up and do the training rather than me sit down. Don't know how this is going to work, but you know what? I'm not afraid to try different and new things. And that's a message within itself. That's not tonight's message, but that is a message within itself, is that don't be afraid, don't be afraid. They say that, you know what, you only fail, you really only truly a failure when you give up, when you stop, when you say, you know what, I've had enough. And you know what, that's okay as well. We've all failed at things before, things that we've given up on, I wish I could stay here and stand here and tell you I've never given up on anything. I would be lying to you. It's the top of the hour, so they're going to keep on sending me these messages. Let me go ahead and make sure I clear that. Notice how that didn't start until I start talking. Isn't that funny, huh? That's how life is. It's like, you know what, as long as you say that you're not going to do anything, you just go to work and come home and, go to school or whatnot. And as long as you just say average, everything just stays, pretty much the same. At least it looks that way. But really what's happening is really kind of like that frog in the pot, right? Where the frog is in the cold water and then you just slowly turn it up just inch by inch. Then before you know it, the frog's cooked. And that's how most people are, because they don't want to deal with the challenges and the changes and all the things that happen when you're going to start to actually stick your head above the crowd. When you make a decision, I'm going to, I'm going to do more, I'm going to be more, I'm going to have more, then you can expect more challenges. So get excited about that. Get really, really excited about that, because that's how winning's done, right? And you want to be a winner, you want to be a champion, you want to be a conqueror, you want to be an overcomer. Well, you can't be any of those things until you first have some, distractions, some detours, some delays, some things that will drive you in another direction, right? So now you actually, you're here, you made up your mind that, Sunday night, this happens every Sunday night, guys, every Sunday night at this same time, be it if you're in America, you're over in England, you're in Australia, it's at the exact same time. You want to make sure to get all your team members, the ones who say, you know what, I want to build a business. Not just the people who want to punch it. That's what, you don't have to get on this call just to punch it. And that's a message right there. If you haven't done so, you can right now. If you're in the US, you can punch it. So make sure that you punch it before, before tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So here we are, guys. You're in this position now. You're in this position because you decided, you made a decision that you're going to put yourself in a position, not just simply to punch it, but to really punch it. Punch this, punch you to that next level of success, that next level of winning, that next level of going out there and making a difference in people's lives. You made that decision that you're going to take your life to the next level. And that's the reason why you're on this broadcast here. That's why you're here on the Millionaire Mastermind Zoom. That's right, the Millionaire Mastermind Zoom. If this was 10 years ago, it would just simply be a call. But now, guys, because of technology, because of my friend here, right? My friend here, because of technology, you can now see me. You can now hear me. You can now feel me. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Right? So now you get the full effect, guys, of being able to absorb to be able to absorb all that I have. I'm going to exude that out to you. I'm going to give that to you so that you can go out there and really truly make a difference in other people's lives, that you can go out there, okay, and you can start to have that impact that you've always dreamed about. See, that's why you're on here tonight. I already know each and every last one of you that are listening to the sound of my voice right now, you've been having that deep, deep down feeling your whole life that your life is supposed to be more than simply getting up and going to punch a clock for somebody else. You've been knowing in your soul, in your very thoughts, your will, and your emotion, you've been knowing that, you know what, my life is supposed to actually hit a new level every day I wake up. That's the reason why my affirmation starts off this way. Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better. That's the reason why I pledge allegiance to my success, to do better today than my very best. That's the reason why you get on here every Sunday, is because you know that what's been on the inside of you that's been dying to get out, this is how you do it. You get around other winners. I want you guys to look to your left, and I want you to look to your right. I want you to look below you. I want you to look above you, and you see all the people that are getting on this Zoom because they've been having that same burning. That's what Napoleon Hill called it. He called it a burning desire. See, an average person, they just got it, they got what you call a want. They want more out of life. They want a nicer car. They want to take nicer vacations. They want nicer clothes. They want nicer jewelry. They want to make an impact, but you got this burning desire. And that's the reason why you're here. Now, I'm going to tell you this, the best way to get the most out of being on these Zooms, on these Sunday night Zooms, is not sitting there with your arms crossed. It's not sitting there while you're watching something else on TV. It's not while you're sitting there playing with your pet. The best way for you to get the most out of this is to be there with one of these. You see this right here? One of these, a writing utensil. That's the best way to get the most out of this. The best way to get the most out of this is having a note tablet, one of these. Having one of these, a note tablet. And having that note tablet, and just when that message comes across, let me see if I can change this up a little bit so you guys can see what's going on here. Just when that message comes across, see what happens is when information comes in, if you really want to start to formulate, if you really want to start to crystallize, if you really want that thing to start to solidify, the way that you actually get that done is that you write it down. When you write it down, guess what? You first of all have to think about it. Then you have to see it. And then you, guess what? After you've done that, it then gets deeper into your subconscious, guys. Okay? So right now, you got two things going on, and we're going to get to tonight's call. I'm just warming up here, guys. I'm just warming up, okay? Before we get to tonight's Zoom, I got to get you guys ready mentally. So you have two things that are working for you right now. One of those things is what you call your conscious. Your conscious. And your conscious, as you're watching me, as you're listening to me, as you're hearing the words that I'm saying, your conscious is there, and it's kind of like, if you would, like a wall. And you're consciously thinking about, and you're asking yourself the question, is what he's saying true? Is what Coach saying to me right now, is this true information? So the conscious is there like a judge, if you would. See, the judge decides whether or not the jury can hear this or hear that. So your conscience is like a judge, and your judge is sitting there, and your judge is saying, do I let this in? Do I let this seek in? And guys, the way that the judge allows that to seek in is when you start to take notes. He's saying, I'm gonna allow this in to the second part of what's here in this conversation, which is your subconscious. Your subconscious is like my friend over here. It's a little robot, guys. It's a robot, okay? And that robot, whatever goes in, guess what? It stays in. So you got the judge that's sitting there saying, I don't know about this, but when you write it down, then he said, I'm going to pass this on over to the subconscious, and the subconscious is like this little robot. And guess what? When you get enough of this stuff in, then what happens, guys? What happens is the same thing that happens with a computer. See, back in the old days, when you had a computer, you had your keyboard, right? You type in stuff, and then you would actually put it on a floppy disk. That's what your subconscious is like. It's like a floppy disk. Guess what? Once it's in there, it can't get out. There's no erasing on this. There's no bleach bits for this, okay? Okay? So once it gets in there, then guess what? What comes up on your screen, when your computer, you type something in, it goes into the hardware, and get this hardware today. It goes into the hardware, and then it comes up on the screen. Well, guess what? The judge is saying, I don't know, but this sounds like things I need to be passing on to the subconscious. When you write it down, the subconscious says, I'm the robot. I just takes all the information you give me. And then guess what? Once you have that done, once you have it subconsciously done, then what's going to happen is it's going to show up on your computer screen, which is in your circumstance, it's your life. It's your actions. Okay? It's your actions. That's the computer screen. You actually going out there and doing what you heard, what you wrote down, what's in your subconscious. You're on autopilot. Somebody comes within 3 feet of you, guess what? You're automatically saying hi. You're automatically seeing if this is a sharp and ambitious person I need to talk to. You're automatically, guys, you're on auto. You are on auto. And in our world, you know, we talk about artificial intelligence, right? We talk about artificial intelligence. But in this world up here, AI has a totally different meaning. Okay? AI has a totally different meaning when it comes to this world up here. When it comes to my friend over here, AI, artificial intelligence. When it comes down to this up here, AI, totally different. The A is audacious. See, if you have an audacious mentality, if you have an audacious subconscious, that means you have a bold subconscious. And I heard it said, guys, and I believe it's true, that the world belongs to the bold. Write that down. The world belongs to the bold. Bold means, guess what? Courageous. It means you don't back up, you step forward. That's what audacious means. You have an audacious, that don't mean you're screaming at people. You know, I blow and go when I get on here. I get pumped, I get excited. I can talk to you guys like this though. You know, I can keep my voice down. But you know what? When I'm feeling the energy, when it's coming from my subconscious, when I'm giving it to you guys, guess what? That's because of all that I put in there. That's all that robot has, and that's what's coming out, guys. And that's what's gonna happen to you when you take the time out to take the notes and then review the notes and then go out there and act on the notes that you have. So that's the A. Audacious. The I is indomitable. Indomitable. That means, guess what? No backing up. There's no quitting you. There's no fear. You have everything you need, guys, in order to succeed. We're just gonna put that sucker to work. We're just gonna put it to work. So again, guys, like I said, I'm just getting warmed up. I wanna welcome everybody to tonight's Millionaire Mastermind, where we come together as a team all over the US. I want you to look down at the bottom, guys, and I want you to see how many people are on here, because that's as small as this Zoom will ever be. How do I know that? Because if you write the notes down, if you start to think and you go out and act, this has to grow, guys. I'm planting seeds. I'm watering seeds. When you go back and actually look at your notes, that's sunshine. And guess what? When you go out there and do it, that's the first, guess what, guys? It has to happen. So that's the smallest it's gonna ever be, guys, okay? So coach, what is tonight's Millionaire Mastermind about? Well, you know me, I always got 2 subject lines. I just throw, what I just gave you, that's a bonus, okay? But what I'm gonna give you tonight, guys, I'm gonna give you something that's gonna actually help you grow your business. We're gonna start with that when it comes down to this. And that's really the process And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the 7 P's tonight, and we're going to talk about really the process of how you get them in, and them being prospects, them being family members, them being friends, them being even your enemies, right? You're giving them great information. They become your frenemies, right? They don't want to dislike you anymore. They like you. You showed them how to make money in their sleep. That's what we do here, guys. We make money in our sleep. We put the bank's philosophies to work for us, where we get leverage with other people. So guess what here, guys? What we want to do, we want to be able to get them in, okay? We want to be able to keep them in, and we want to be able to move them along. Let me say that again. We want to be able to get them in, keep them in, and move them along. Get them in, keep them in, and move them along. See, we already got the right way to be able to get them in. Every Monday through Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have a way to get them in. And guess what, guys? We're going to have some more tools. We're going to have some more tools that's going to come out that's going to be able to help you, help me, help us be able to get them in. Where you'll be able to actually send them a video clip. 30 seconds, 90 seconds max, where guess what? They're going to get the information of what are the banks doing with your money? You know, they're investing with your money. They're out there doing Forex with your money. Now, how much are they paying you to use your money? Oh, 1% annually? Maybe? Okay, what if you could get anywhere between let's say 1/4 to 1% a day? Would that be a good deal for you? And that person goes, well, yeah, absolutely. Guess what? We're going to have tools like that. But right now, to be able to get people in, guys, it's simply about you inviting. It's simply about you asking those 3 questions and inviting people onto this platform. That's it, guys. That's how you get them in. Now, how do you keep them in? See, this was a challenge back in my other companies, guys. This was the major challenge, is how to keep people in. Because one thing I know, 2 things for sure, if people ain't making money, it's hard to keep them in. You need a lot of events in order to keep people in if they're not making money. They gotta be making money, okay? They gotta be making money, or they gotta believe that someday they will start to earn money. In your traditional network marketing business, in order for you to be able to actually win, for you to be able to succeed, you would have to actually make sure that these people are making money. And if they weren't making money, guess what? Things wouldn't so funny. Because guess what? People get in 30, 60, 90 days. If you don't have an event, they're out of there. They're out of there. Here, with what we have our hands on, keeping them in is real easy, right? Because all they have to do is, like tonight, just punch it. That's all they have to do. And guess what? Every time they punch it, it's on their subconscious mind, I could be making more money. I could be making more money. So you get them in by getting them the information. You keep them in because every Monday they punch them. But another way to keep them in, guys, another way to keep them in is make sure that they're on this Zoom. See, right now, guys, you could be doing a lot of things. You could be doing a lot of things. You could be watching TV. You could be playing with your dog. You could be going for a walk. There's all types of things you could be doing right now. You could be asleep. Guess what? If you make the decision to get on here, then why not make the decision to get everything you can out of this, right? To get everything you can out of this. So guess what? If you want people to do that, what I just said, then you got to look in the mirror. We talked about that last week. We got to look at the man, woman in the mirror and make that change. We got to start making the decision that, you know what? I'm not going to expect it from them if I don't expect it from myself. And the most important thing I can tell you guys in my 26 plus years of being around this industry, guys, I can tell you the most important thing, the thing that helped me the most was knowing that I could get on a call like this every Sunday night and be able to take copious notes. That helped me so much because I knew that if he was going to, or she was going to give me everything that was up here, this multi-trillion-dollar, okay, this multi-trillion-dollar thing called a brain, I knew that if I wrote the notes down and I studied the note and then I went out and did what the note said, I knew that I could do what they were doing. And that's the same thing you have your hands on here, guys. So get them in, keep them in by making sure they're on calls like this. That's how you keep them in. You have to promote it to them. You have to let them know, hey, listen, we got a call at 7 o'clock. If you listen, you'll learn. If you learn, you'll earn. If you earn, you'll get your dreams. You'll get your goals. You'll get the things that you desire. We talked about that. You know what? Making a list of the things that you want. That's how you keep them in. Hey, you told me that when you got started, then you wanted to make sure that your kids didn't go into debt by going to college. You told me that when you got in, that your clunker, you didn't want a clunker anymore. You told me that you wanted this. And guys, I'm going to get into what I call the game plan strategy. The game plan strategy. We talked a little bit about that when we talked about booking out your calendar, but we're going to get into it again tonight because repetition is the mother. It's the mother of all skill, of all skills. You hear it enough, then guess what? You become skillful, masterful in that arena. So get them in, keep them in, and how do you move them along? Let me tell you the best way to move people along. You'll never forget this. Are you ready? No, it's not by pushing people. No, it's not by pulling people. Let me tell you the best way to get people to move along. Leave them. What I mean by that? Well, when you got started and they got started, they sponsored 2 or 3 people, you sponsored 2 or 3 people, and then they stopped. Or a new person gets in and they put in 2 or 3 people and you send them the information, you let them know about the calls, and guess what? They don't get on or they don't do anything. The best way to inspire them, to move them along is for you to move along. That's right, for you to move along. See, some people, they need to see your taillights. Some people need to eat some dust. Some people need to see that, you know what, you retired. Some people need to see that your spouse retired. Some people need to see the new car. Some people need to see the new house, the new clothes, the new you. And guess what? You get them in, you keep them in, and you move them along by you moving along. By you moving along. Okay? So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about what should happen after a person has seen some information. Maybe they were on the 1 o'clock call, U.S. time, with our CEO. Maybe they were on that call, or maybe you sent them a video clip and they saw something on YouTube. Okay, we have YouTube. You don't have to buy a disc. When I first came into the industry, in order to send somebody some information, you used to actually have to buy a CD disc, a DVD, whatever. Well, it started off with tapes. You really want to know? Tapes, yeah. Cassette tapes. You buy a cassette tape and you hand them that. And then they moved from that to DVD, CDs, and then they went from CDs to DVDs. Now you just get people on YouTube. Guys. Well, anyway, I digress. So now, guess what? You get that information over there to them. And the best way to get that information over there to them is with what we call an appointment. Well, hey, listen. Hey, John, listen. If I send you over a link with some information on it, when do you think you'll get to it? See, you're qualifying that person. Even with your link, you just don't send your link out there because guess what? People are lazy. People get distracted. People have other things going on in their life. So guess what? You want to be able to say to them, hey, if I send this to you, when will you take time out to take a look at it? If I send you this link of this incredible, motivating, inspiring, handsome young man, if I send you a DVD, I'm sorry, if I send you the YouTube link, when will you check that young man out? He's made millions in this industry. He's helped tens of thousands of people. This guy has a heart and a passion for people. That's edification, guys. And I believe if you see this information, you're going to get excited about it. So if I send this over there to you, when do you think you'll take time out to watch this 10-minute video, this 45-minute video, and then listen? See, that's better than you trying to tell them, hey, you need to watch this right now. Well, you don't know if they got something else they need to do right now. But if you say, when will you get a chance? And they say right now, then you send it right now. And they say, well, I think I'll be able to get to it tomorrow. Hey, great. Even though, yes, you told them that they can earn a 6-figure and a 7-figure income, guess what? Maybe they're not ready for that right now. Maybe they got something, maybe they got to put the kids up. I was talking to a young lady the other day. She's got twins. What if I told her, hey, don't take care of your kids, watch this video right now? Right? So you let them fill in the blank. When do you think you'll get a chance to watch it? Well, I can watch it tonight. Well, about what time tonight? About 9 o'clock. Okay, great. I'll make sure you get it. Guess what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to send the video to them at 9 o'clock or whatever time they told me. Maybe a little bit early, because that's the time where I want to interrupt whatever it is that they're doing. I want to interrupt that, and I want to place this right in front of them. And they say to themselves, man, it is 9 o'clock. I did tell them I was going to watch it. Now, the last part of what I just told you, after you've gotten that time, you also want to get a time and permission to actually call them back afterwards. What's the use of sending somebody some information, guys, and then you don't follow up on it? Or you don't have a set time to follow up on it, right? Notice every time you go to the dentist see you, then you come back out to the front, and what do? They book a meeting with you. Hey, listen, you need to come back in 2 weeks. What's good for you? You said, well, good for me is on Thursday at 3 o'clock. So Thursday at 3 o'clock, yeah, that's a good time for me. All right, boom, they make that appointment. Guess what you get Wednesday? That's right, you get a reminder call. Well, here, what you've done, guys, you set it up with them that, hey, listen, what time do you think you're going to get a chance to watch this? Well, I think I can watch it about 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, are you sure? Yeah, 5 o'clock, I should be able to get to it. I send the video, right? I'm going to send it at 5 o'clock, but before I get off that call, I'm going to ask them a question. Well, the video is only 10 minutes long. Is it okay if I give you a call back at 5:30? They say, yeah, sure, you can give me a call back at 5:30. Now, guys, I want you to get this. I want you to get this. Now you're not calling and interrupting them. Now you're not calling them and chasing them. You got to chase people. Got to get them, got to get them, got to get them. No, you got an appointment. You have an appointment. So guess what? When that time comes, you send out the video. You wait until you're supposed to get back with them. When you get back with them, guess what? You give them a phone call. If they don't pick up, because people don't like to pick up today in 2019, you send them a text. Hey, listen, we said that we were going to get back on the phone at 5:30. I gave you a call. Woo! Send that on out. Now, here's the thing, guys. If they don't respond, wait 10 minutes and give them another call. Hey, listen, I sent you a text. You know, you're talking to them. I sent you a text and everything. You get back with me when you're ready. You got to leave it at that, guys. You call them, you text them, and you call them. That's 3 strikes. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. They're out. No, not you, because you're the one with the opportunity. You're the one that has what they're looking for. You have time. Because of, guess what? They don't have to sit there in front of the computer trying to learn everything. You have money, where the only thing they have to do is punch it on a Sunday, Monday. You have connections. You got connections with me, with your senior business partner, with your team. You got everything they want. So strike 1, I called them like I told them I was going to do. Strike 2, I sent them a text. Strike 3, I called them back. They out of there. Call me back when you're ready. Call me back when you're ready. Every once in a while, you might want to drip on that person. Dripping means simply keep them up to date. Hey, listen, I reached out to you 3 weeks ago. I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on. Things are absolutely rocking. I am so blessed and unstoppable. Send them a little quick message if you want to drip on them. Otherwise, next. You probably heard this, and it's true. SW, 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 SW. Write that down. SW, 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 SW. 4 SWs. Some will, some won't. So what? Let me see. Some will, some won't. Somewhere, someone, I can't remember it. SW, 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 SW. Come on, subconscious. Some will, some won't. So what? Somewhere, someone will. You get the drift of it. Next. That's what's going on in my head. Guys, there's 7 billion people on this planet. For you to actually call people back 5, 6, 7 times is a waste of your life. It's a waste of your life. So now, let's say you just got through calling this person and you get them on the phone. You get them on the phone. They say at 5:30, you call them at 5:30, and my goodness, you got them on the phone. What do you do? What do you say? This is what you say. Write this down. That was incredible, wasn't it? That's the first thing you want to say. That was incredible, wasn't it? Because it is. This is incredible stuff we got our hands on, guys. That was incredible, wasn't it? They say, no, I don't think so. Nah, not for me. Say, hey, well, hey, listen, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for, thanks for the 50. Thanks for being one of my 7. Out of every 7 people I talk to, I usually get about 5 or 6. So thanks for being one of the 7. These numbers here, guys, these numbers are crazy. Because if people see this information, it's like, it's a no-brainer. It really is. So the numbers are all screwed. I can't even tell you what the numbers are right now. But if people take a look at it and they actually really, really looking to make some money, it's a done deal. But anyway, I digress from that. So you're going to say, that was great, or that was excellent, wasn't it? They're going to say, well, yeah, man, I thought that was pretty exciting. You asked them this. What did you like best? What did you like best about what you just saw, about what you just heard? What did you like best? So, hey, man, that was incredible, wasn't it? Yeah, man, that was exciting. I like that. What did you like best? Or you can ask them this. What stood out to you the most? Well, man, the AI, artificial intelligence, all I got to do is punch it. You crazy? I get, I get anywhere from 1/4 to 1%. That's incredible. Tell me more. So the first 2 questions, the first 2 things come out of your mouth, that was incredible, wasn't it? What did you like best? Third thing, especially if you got those 2 things, you can go straight for the commitment. You can ask them a question. Where did you see yourself getting started at? You can feel their energy. If their energy is positive, if their energy is straightforward, man, I like that. Man, this is incredible. Then you go to number 3. Where did you see yourself getting started at? Well, I like that $500 pack. Great. Great. I saw that $5,000 pack. Great. I saw that $50 pack. Well, great. Whatever level they say they see themselves getting started at, great. Guys, we can get them to the next level. Don't worry about that. You're getting a commitment from them that this looks great, this looks awesome, and you're confirming that with them. You're confirming their decision. Man, that looks great. What do you see yourself getting started at? Well, I thought about that $1,000 pack. What do I need to do with that? How does that work? It works extremely well. At the end of the year, you'll double your money on that. That's what a lot of people are getting. They're able to double their money. So you put 1,000 in, you get 1,000 more out. It could be more, it could be a little bit less, but let's just say $1,000. Does that sound like something that benefit you and your family? Next year you'll be able to take a trip and you don't have to take it out of your bank account. You can take it out of your biz account. Oh, you know what? It's 10,000, the most I can get. Well, you know what? You can actually get a $25,000 pack. Really? Yeah, $25,000 pack. You're looking at about $5,000 a month. That's what some people are being able to get from that. So in 5 months, you already made your $25,000 back. Guess what? At the end of the year, you got plus $60,000. How does that sound? Guys, you need to know if somebody gets started at a certain pack, you know, kind of like what kind of money they're going to get started in. Oh, you're going to get the $50 pack. Great. Well, how much do I make on that? Are you going to make around about like maybe 13 to 15 cents a day? Is that all? Yeah, you're only getting started with $50, but you know what? At the end of the year, you'll probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 30, 35, maybe even, you know, more than that. And the person goes, well, okay, let's get started. Or they might have some other questions. If they got some more questions, here's what you want to do. Here's what you want to do, guys. You want to set a time with them so that you can get your senior business partner on the line with them. Let me tell you why you want to do that. It's called leverage. Now, if you got a real close personal relationship with them, you probably don't have to do that. But if it's somebody that you just met or someone that you vaguely know and you guys have just, you know, been Facebook friends and things of that nature, then you want to get your senior business partner on the line with you. Why? Leverage. You can now edify the person that you're going to get on with them, and now that person is the expert in that person's eyes. See, maybe they don't have the respect for you when it comes down to this business. And that's nothing bad about you. It's just where they are when they think about you. You know, there's some people in your circle of influence, some people that you're like, not too sure about them. I like them. They're fun to be around, but when it comes down to money, I'm not too sure about them. Well, guess what? People see you the same way. They see me the same way. So what you want to do, you want to get some leverage. Guys, if you go outside, I don't care how strong you are, how small your car may be, but if you go outside and you see that you have a flat on your car, do not try and lift it by yourself. It can give you a hernia. Plus, to be able to lift it and change the tire at the same time, it's literally impossible. So if you wouldn't do that with something as simple as a car, you would go in the back, you get the jack out, you jack the jack up, you would go get some leverage. That's what the jack is. So you got to this situation, you said, hey, this is great, isn't it? This is fantastic. And they say, well, yeah, it looks real good. Hey, what stood out to you the most? What did you like best? Well, I like the fact that you just punch it, and you know what? You're going to put artificial intelligence in. Well, where do you see yourself getting started at? Well, you know what? I got a few questions and everything like that. Well, hey, that's great. That's great. Now, get this, guys. Write this down. My senior business partner, see, I'm starting edification right off the bat. My senior business partner told me that if I had someone like you that was sharp and ambitious, my senior business partner told me that if I had someone like you that was sharp and ambitious, that had some serious questions, he would be willing to answer those questions. Now, that's you following up with a person straight ahead. That's you know what? You set up a time. They said they were going to watch it at a time. They watched it at that time. You got on with them and you asked, so you said it was great. You said, what did you like best? What package do you see to sell? And then you hit that roadblock. Whoa. You're taking me too fast. I got some questions. Great. That's excellent. I like questions. But don't you be the person that's trying to answer all these questions, guys. Start your edification process. Again, unless you have a real close relationship. If you don't, well, you know what? My senior business partner told me that if I had somebody that was sharp and ambitious like you, they'd be willing to take a few minutes out to answer any questions that you may or may not have. They say, well, great. You ask them, hey, they're real busy. I'm not sure if I can get them right now, but I can try. Hold on. Don't ask them. Trust me on this. Do not ask them if they want to talk to your senior business partner. Subconsciously, the answer is no. No, I don't want to talk to your closer. No, I don't want to talk to the salesperson. No, they're going to try and get you rich. Going on in their head, guys. So you don't ask them, hey, do you want to speak to someone? You let them know, hey, my senior business partner said that if I had somebody that's sharp and ambitious like you, they'd be willing to take a few minutes out of their business schedule to talk to them, to talk to you. So I don't know if I can get them, but I can try. Hold on. And guys, you click over. And if you can get your senior business partner, great. If you can't get your senior business partner, you click back over. Hey, I told you that that person was really, really busy. They were really, really busy. I couldn't get them on the phone, but let's set up another time where we can all get on the phone. Where we can all get on the phone. So guess what? You set up that time. Now, what you're doing, you're setting up a three-way call. So you followed up with you exposed them, right? We're talking about exposure is everything. Fortune's in the follow-up. Work with the willing. Guess what? Get them in, keep them in, move them along. So guess what? In this process right here, you followed up with them. They got a couple of questions. I'm going to set up a three-way call with my senior business partner. What's going to be 2 good times for you? Maybe it's an hour from now, maybe it's 2 hours from now, maybe it's the next day, whatever. You find out what's good for them and you let them tell you, because if you tell them, I can tell you what's going to happen. Nothing. But when they set the time, then you can actually do it. You can say, well, hey, listen, let's try back in an hour or something like that. How's that work for you? You can do it that way. But I'm telling you, if they don't set the appointment, then you just back them up into a corner. And when people are backed into a corner, they do what Adam and Eve did. They hide. They hide, okay? So here we go, guys. On the three-way call, you reach out to your senior business partner. Hey, I have somebody that's got a couple of questions. When you get your senior business partner, you let them know the times that you have set. If it's good for them, then you guys are going to be able to get back on the phone. Now, when you get back on the phone with that person, you always call them. You want to call that person back like 2 minutes ahead of the time that you said that you scheduled with them. So if you told them you were going to get back at 5 o'clock with your senior business partner, guess what? You want to probably give them a call at 4:58, should I say, 4:58, and you're going to give them a call. You're going to get them on the phone first. Once you have them on the phone, okay? Once you have them on the phone, now what you're going to do, guys, now you're going to call your senior business partner. Hey, yeah, I got John on the line. He's on the other line. John's excited, like I told you, and you know, I think he just got a few questions. Guys, I can make this, I can get you a whole lot of stuff in this. You could have been on the phone with John and found out on a scale from 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, what is he, all these type of things. So this business is just so simple. It really is. So we're just getting on. Hey, John's really excited. He has some questions that he wanted to ask, and I got him on the phone. All right, boom. You're going to click back over to John. You're going to say, hey, John, I was able to actually get him. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. This gentleman has built businesses all over the globe, or this gentleman has actually hit some levels, or this gentleman has already put some people in business, or this gentleman has already been able to actually earn thousands of dollars. Maybe they only earn $2,000. You know what? But he took time out, and I want to introduce you to him. So, Mr. Hill, I got John on the phone. John, let me introduce you to Mr. Hill. Notice what I did. Guys, this will make you rich. This part right here will make you rich. Get this down. When you get on the phone with your prospect and your senior business partner, if you get this part right here, it will make you rich. You always want to introduce your senior business partner to your prospect first. And you want to call your senior business partner Mr. or Mrs. Right then and there, what you're doing, you're subconsciously establishing to your prospect that this is someone that deserves respect. So I got Miss Thomas on the phone, or I got Mr. Watson on the phone, or I got Miss Harris on the phone, or I got Mr. Adele on the phone. Mr., Mrs. Always, if you do that, guys, it's going to make you a lot of money. Hey, John, I got Mr. Adele on the phone. Yes, he's on the line. I'm so excited for you. Mr. Adele, this is John. John sees some things that he likes in the business and had a few questions. John, let me introduce you to Mr. Odell. Mr. Odell. And guess what, guys? At that moment, you can put the phone down, put it on speaker, mute the phone. If you do this, guys, again, you introduce your prospect after you've actually introduced your expert. Why is that? If I'm going to introduce Mr. Hill, I got John on the phone. John, this is Mr. Hill. Notice what I just did, guys. I left John in the position where it's now time for John to speak. And when John speaks, he has to say, "How are you doing, Mr. Hill? How are you doing, Mr. Hill?" If you go, "Hey, and let's just say it's me on the phone. You say, "Hey, Craig, I got John on the phone." Or you go, "Hey, Craig, I got Mr. John on the phone. His last name is John." And I edify him rather than my expert, we're in trouble. Unless John is a doctor or a judge, his name is just Bob, whatever his first name is. But your expert is always Mr. or Mrs. So I get on the phone. My expert is Mr. Smith. My prospect is Robert. "Hey, Robert, I was able to actually get hold of Mr. Smith. I'm so excited for you. Mr. Smith, let me introduce you to Robert. Robert, I want to introduce you to my business partner, Mr. Smith." "Hello, Mr. Smith. How are you doing, sir?" "Well, I'm doing just great, John. And as a matter of fact, why don't you just call me Craig? Why don't you just call me, whatever the person's first name, you can call me Coach or whatnot." And guess what you've done? Where they were looking up to the expert, and the expert said, "Oh, you know what, I'm just like you." Now John feels really good about being in this conversation, because even though you edified Mr. Expert up to here, Mr. Expert is just down home, natural person. Guys, you do that, you'll make so much money. You'll be making loans to the bank rather than the bank making loans to you. So you're doing a three-way call. Guys, it's real simple, so I'm going to walk you through it. "Hey, John, if I send you out a video link, when do you think you'll get a chance to watch it?" Well, I can probably watch it at 5 o'clock. Are you sure about that? Yeah, 5 o'clock, I should be free. Is it okay if I give you a call back at 5:30? Yeah, it's okay if you give me a call back at 5:30. Great, I'll talk to you then. Call back at 5:30. They don't answer. You send them a text. They don't respond. You give them another call. Guess what? They pick up. Yeah, hey, John, how you doing? Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, listen, that was incredible, wasn't it? That was awesome, wasn't it? Well, yeah, I did like that. I like this, and this. Well, what did you really like? Oh, I really like this, and this. Okay, where did you see yourself getting started at? Well, I see myself getting started at the $5,000 package. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get this started. Well, hold up. I got some questions I need to ask. Okay, great. Well, you know what? My senior business partner told me that if I had somebody sharp and ambitious like you that saw some potential here, she'd be willing to actually talk to you. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Hold on. Click. Ling, 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 ling. No answer. Boom. Hey, I told you he's real busy. Wasn't able to get him. But what 2 times work best for you? 6:30? Okay, and what else? Tomorrow at 9. Okay, I can't promise you anything. Like I said, he's real busy, but we'll see what happens. I'll get back with you. I get hold of my senior business partner. He said he'd get on the phone at 6:30. 6:30 is good for you? Great. Boom. I called John up at 6:30. 6:30, a little bit before 6:30. Hey, John, I was able to actually get Mr. Hill. Let me get him on the line. Mr. Hill, he's on the line. All right, let me do this. All right, John, I'm so excited for you, John. I mean, I was able to actually get Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill, I got John on the phone. He's excited. And John, let me introduce you to Mr. Hill. Done. Guys, that's what you call a 3-way call. Now, let's say you didn't even have to get to the 3-way call. When you say that looked great, didn't it? What did you like best? What level you want to get yourself started? And they say, man, I love this thing. I love what you're doing. Just punching it. I get one of them $100 packs. Give me a $1,000 pack. You know, give me a pack. So guess what? They go ahead and you get them enrolled. What you want to do, get this, guys, it's called a lifeline. This is for the person that, you know what, zippity doo dah, zippity day, they got in without you having to get them on the phone with an expert. This is what you do. This is how you lock them in. This is how you let them know that they got support. This is how you let them know that, guess what, you got a team working with you. This is how you let them know that we in it to win it together. It's called the lifeline. Okay? It's the lifeline. Now, the lifeline is real simple. You got John, John's in. You want to introduce John with 2 or 3 people that's in your senior business line. If you got 2 or 3 people, if you don't, then 1 to do. But you want to introduce them to some other people that are winning, that are excited, that are just punching it. You want to introduce them to those people. So John said he was getting in. You got John in. Guess what? Get him on the phone with your upline, senior business partner. Hey, John just got started, Mr. Hill. He's excited. He got started at the $5,000 pack, and he's talking about building a huge team. Now, John's over there. Yeah, that's me. I got started at $5,000 pack. I'm Mr. Big Stuff. You sure are there, John. Congratulations to you. Welcome to the family. We're going to build this thing big. I'm so excited for you. Man, I love people like you. John got started with a $50 pack. John's feeling kind of sheepish. You know what? Hey, John, congratulations, man. Great getting in, man. We're going to build this thing big, man. I'm so excited for you. You are the same person, regardless if they're in a $50 pack or a $50,000 pack. You're the same person. Why? Because that $50,000 pack can lead you to a $50,000 pack. If you handle them with respect, if you handle them with passion, if you handle them and you see them not as they are. Our business partner used to be able to say that, you know, if we see people where they are, they remain there. But if we see them as they could be, then they strive to be what they should be. Whoa, somebody help me here. Come on now. When you start to touch people like that, when you start to really get down with them and let them know, I'm in this with you. And we're going to get this done. That's when that person with the $50 pack lifts up their head and they say, thank you. Thank you for treating me like a human being. Thank you for understanding that maybe I don't have the faith right now. Thank you for understanding maybe I don't have the finances right now. Thank you for understanding that this was my last $50 I had and I did it by faith. Thank you. Guys, a lifeline is so important to keeping them in and moving them along. So hopefully you guys got something for tonight. I can't even go over. I'm going to have to do part 2 next week or when I get back from over there in Thailand. But we got the 7 P's. And guys, these 7 P's just, I'm telling you guys, woo! This is exciting, guys. Get excited. See, I'm so excited right now because I know each and every last one of you that took notes tonight and then become the notes that you take, your success is in the bag. That's right. That's right. Success is in the bag. And I'm so excited for you guys for that. Obviously, this week we have we got a lot of things going on. I leave on Tuesday. I leave on Tuesday night, Tuesday morning. So this coming up week, we're going to have some people that have already raised their hand that they're going to be doing the overview. I really, we're on a different time schedule there. So morning is night, night is morning when it comes down to that. So I really don't want to be in that position where I have to leave a meeting or anything like that. So I'm going to excuse myself with the exception of maybe if I'm up or whatnot to be able to get on and just be one of those numbers that's on there. But we have some very, very capable people that are going to be actually sharing this opportunity with your friends, with your family. Coach wouldn't always where I am right now. There was a time when I had to cut my teeth and had to learn some new things and, had to fumble around and stumble around in the dark and everything like that. But here's something I'll never forget. I learned this in my first few weeks of being in the industry. The new person doesn't know what that person is supposed to say, so they don't know when that person's messed up. So that person who's hearing that information for the first time, you might have got it wrong with the dual team. And you said it was 8% on both, 8%, whatever. You might have said something that was not right, but guess what? That new person don't know it. We can clean that up. We can clean that up. Just don't tell them they're getting 80%. That's a lot of cleaning up. You get 80% on the lesser leg, man. All right. So, guys, I'm going to get off. I'm going to open it up. I know we got some leaders, a leader of one, leader of many. You can't lead one, you won't lead any. And I want you to go ahead, if you would, raise your hand. I see you there, Frank, but you know what? Mr. Watson had his hand up first. So I'm going to go there because that person raised their hand. They might have a question. I don't know. But Mr. Watson, are you still there? And everybody else, raise your hand so that I can recognize you there.
Yes, sir. I'm here. How you doing?
I am doing fan-rific. I'm stuck between fantastic and terrific.
I know that's right. I have a question. I wanted someone to explain the left and the right side for me.
All right. One side of your business typically is going to leave the other side of your business in the dust. It just happens because it's just the law of networking. You're not always going to have a balanced team. You there with me, Mr. Watson? So one side is always going to kind of like run and leave the other side and pray for the problem. That's a great problem to have. Okay?
Okay.
It's a great problem. You got one leg that went literally to China and then all in Asia and then jumped on over there to South America and you're like, what's going on with that leg over there? Let that leg do what it's going to do. You worry about this other leg over here, which is your lesser leg. Some people like to call it your pay leg. I never, ever call it my weak leg because I never want to confirm something as being so. I don't want nothing weak about my legs.
So you have to build on the left side.
You would build on the lesser leg. Whichever leg is not going to China and Asia and all them other places, you know what I mean? It's just running away from you. There's so many people getting in. You got 10 people getting in every hour over there. You're like, what's going on over there? Why can't I get this on the other side? Because you can't. It just takes time. That's just what happens. Okay? So now you're gonna start focusing more of your energy on the lesser leg, because now it becomes what you call your pay leg. Every time something goes in there, it actually generates income on that lesser leg. It could be on your right side or your left side. I don't know which one ever runs off, okay?
Okay.
Now, what you're gonna get, depending on what package you got, you're either gonna get 8% on the lesser leg. So if there was $100, you're gonna get 8% of 100, that 100 over there, because on the other side, you already got the volume. So 8%, which would be $8. If you were at the 9%, meaning that you got the second package, the 5,000, I mean the 500 and the $1,000 pack, then guess what? You would get 9%. And if you were at the 5,000 or the $10,000 pack, you get 10%. So 10% of that $100 would be what?
$10.
$10. There you go. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to go over to the other side. It's going to take the same amount of volume out of that strong side, if you would, off of that larger team. It's going to deduct that same amount, and it's still going to leave you with all the rest of the volume, but it's going to deduct that from you. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Excellent, excellent. Well, welcome to the family. Now, we got Frank. Frank had his hand up. Frank first. Go ahead, sir. Great to have you on here as always.
Oh my God. Thank you very much, Coach. That was a power presentation tonight. You know, listening to that and hearing that is very, very confirming, you know, knowing that the power of the follow-up and the process and getting your upper line, your senior leader involved in follow-up and answering questions. That is very, very key. What you said there is the right thing you said. That is going to earn you a lot. We have to develop ourselves and follow up. I listened to everything. I wrote down notes, but guess what? I'm going to go back again and listen to it again. And that is when I see you call the study time. That is when I put it all in. Right now, I'm in a live mode. I'll go back later on to study, then I inject it. That is when I do that. So thank you again. There's a lot of information that was shared there. I mean, I encourage everyone on the call to go back and listen to that video again on this channel over and over again and get it in. Then when you get it in, when you speak, you won't have to forget anything again. So thank you again for the powerful presentation again tonight. No, we're going to again, and everyone on this call is going to use that information very well, okay? And tomorrow, I'm going to call you later on. I might see you tomorrow. All right.
All right, sir. Well, guys,
all right.
Definitely appreciate you there, Frank, and congratulations to you on the success that you're having and the people that you're working with. Everybody in the company knows who you are, and it's not because of anything other than you're out there doing the work. Yes, guys, I do upload these videos. I do upload them to YouTube, my YouTube channel. I'll post that. Also, you get with me on that, because the information I give, guys, I'll just be honest with you, that ain't for everybody. I'm not trying to teach all the network marketing companies how to build. When I'm ready for that, when I do that, then guess what?
That's right. That's right.
You get it for free. But them.
That's right.
All right, so I keep most of my videos, or if I put them up, I might put them up only for a short period of time, then I unlist them, and the only way that you can get this information, you got to have the link. So when I put it up, I usually leave it unlisted for about a week, and then I shut it down because, again, but anyway, it will be up. If you want to get the information, get with me or your senior business partner. More than likely, they'll also have the link for you once I shut that down. I have not put up one of my videos, I think, that I'll put up as well when I'm out of town, so people can actually have some their shot. They need to get that. I'll have that out there. All right, Cabritha, you're next. You're up. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, good afternoon. That was a phenomenal training. I took some very copious notes. I'm like, he taking me back to school. I don't want to work till tomorrow. But anyway, that being said, I learned something tonight about my conscious and my subconscious mind, because when I wrote it down and I actually looked at it, I'm like, that is so true. So that being said, just thanks for sharing and pouring your heart out. But Mr. Watson is new to the team, him and his wife. Joetta just actually got started yesterday. So that's why he's asking questions and stuff like that. So
Great question. I'm so excited for you, and I mean that with all sincerity, Mr. Watson. You did the right thing, partnering up with Ms. Thomas and the rest of them. These ladies have their mind on the prize, and that prize is to take as many people as they can along with them on this journey of success. So congratulations to you. You're with someone who is definitely building for the future. So
absolutely, Coach. And when he was talking about his legs left and right, I'm like, one of his legs he's not gonna have to worry about, because that's one of them I'm building for him. I'm like, he worried about the wrong thing right now.
I'll let him build both sides, and we're gonna talk about that. We all need to get into the practice, even though we have somebody that may be, like with you. I got you on my team. Shoot. My goal is to make you feel bad. It's like, man, I'm over here. I thought I was killing it, but Coach put in 10 more people. So I'm here to let you know. Let them feel it and go over to the other side. I got great people on both sides. So congratulations to you again. Let me go ahead and get Vanessa, Ms. Harris. You are live.
Hi, Coach. I just wanted to say thank you for repositioning yourself tonight. I felt your energy and appreciate everything you said. And I felt the power. And even though I've heard some of this training before, because I'm a networker from a long time ago, I just really learned a lot and felt it. And thank you for just doing a great job. Appreciate it.
Well, we call this vintage building. This is how they built it. This is how they built the Amways and the Mary Kays and everything, by making sure that they got people in, they kept people in, they moved them along, and they made sure that they put people in a position to win. You know, when you got team members, when you got people that you can call and say, hey, listen, I got a guy that got, even if you know the answer, what it shows that person is that you're connected. And people like to be connected to people who are connected to people. And people who are winning. So what you're doing, you're introducing them to your patriot, your family, if you would. And now guess what? They feel empowered. They feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves. And guys, when you do that, now you're dealing with people's hearts. You really are, and letting them know, hey, we care. We do care. Now, I've got to be honest with you guys. I've been in this industry for quite some time. And there are people out there that use people to build their business. They use people to build their business. How can you tell that? When you reach out to them, you can never get them. They're always so busy that they don't have time for you anymore. They're so busy. It doesn't take anything to say, I'm busy, or listen, I'll get back with you, send a person a text or whatnot. We should always. So there are people out there that use people to build this business. And what you always want to have in your heart, I'm going to use this business to build people. Leave your mark in people's heart. I can tell you this, and you can ask anybody that's ever dealt with me in the industry of network marketing will let you know where my heart is when it comes down to people. I'm that leader that leaves the rope and goes up into the nosebleed section and sit down with people, because I want to let them know I'm just like you. I've sat in those seats before. What I did, I believed. I worked harder on myself than I did my job. I did the work, and that's the reason why I'm sitting down there. And if I did it, I know without a doubt, unequivocally, you can do it too. That's who I am. That's who you should be too. Never get so high up where only people you can ever hang around with are the quote, the leaders. So anybody else has anything? Vanessa, you wanted to add anything else on that, or were you done?
I did. That lifeline piece was powerful. That's the part that I was really missing, because since I've been in the business so long, I'm really good at the other parts that you trained on, but that lifeline piece is going to really help me. And thank you.
Absolutely. It's third-party credibility, validation, guys. You're validating that you're not in this by yourself. And if you are in this by yourself, reach out to your cross line and ask them, hey, can I get some help from you? I got some people that I'm bringing on board and I need a little bit of help if you're out there by yourself. Anybody else? All right. Well, congratulations, guys, on another incredible week. Things are building. Things are picking up. We all see what's happening. Make sure tonight, that's right, you go out there and you punch it. Let's punch it tonight, guys. Everybody, let me see you. If you're on the screen, let's do it. Let's do the punch. Come on now. There you go. Come on, guys. Punch it. Come on. Open up that screen. Open up that screen. We want to see you punch it tonight. Come on now. Not unless you're scary. If you're really scared, then don't turn it off that screen. We don't want to see you. We don't want to break our computers. But if you're all right, just go ahead and punch it. There you go, guys. There you go. That's what I'm talking about there, Mr. Watson. Punch it. Punch it. Punch it. And guys, we're going to punch it all the way to the top. I love you. I love you all. There's nothing you can do to stop it. And guys, also pray for me as I take this trip. You never want to leave anywhere, go anywhere without people praying for you. And I'll be back real soon. All right, guys. Take care. God bless.
All right. Good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you, Coach. Good night, everyone. And everybody on the call.
Good night, everybody.